Hey Anna, I've been really struggling with my mental health lately. Do you recommend any resources?
Hey Daniel, I'm really sorry to hear that, but I actually do know a really good resource on campus called Counseling and Psychological Services, also known as CAPS, and I actually know someone that you can speak to find out some more information.
Let's get into it.
Hey families, and welcome back to Fam Fridays. This week we are talking about one of our biggest resources, CAPS, or Counseling and Psychological Services on campus. I'm your host, Anna Cagle,
And Daniel Mahmood.
and let's jump on into it.
Hi, my name is Paula Keeton, and I'm the Director at Counseling and Psychological Services here at UNC Charlotte. We typically refer to ourselves as CAPS.
Well, hello and welcome. We are so excited to have you, and nothing too crazy for an introduction here. We will jump on into our questions. So the first question I have for you is, what kind of services does CAPS offer?
Well, it offers a whole range of things, everything from just individual consultations, like someone's not feeling great or they're concerned about someone else, and we'll talk with the student one-on-one. Or for students who are needing some kind of ongoing service, we're able to provide them with individual counseling, with group counseling, or maybe one of our targeted workshops. We also will do couples counseling if somebody wants that. So it's a lot of one-on-one and a lot of group settings, but we also offer a lot of outreach services, go into classrooms, student organizations, and talk about issues related to like mental health and wellness, and kind of making it through this world.
Awesome. And if one wanted to make an appointment with CAPS, how would they go about doing so?
It's pretty simple. You go to our website, find our phone number, and give us a call. So even right now with the pandemic going on, and we're not actually in our office right now, everybody's working from home, still calling that main number. It's going to hook you up with one of our receptionists. And typically, if someone had a concern, we could see them probably same day, especially if they were calling earlier in the day. So it's pretty quick to get in. It's a simple phone call.
Great.
Awesome. It's really good to know that it's such a simple process. As you said, with the pandemic, is there anything that you can share about any changes to services provided by CAPS due to social distancing protocols or anything of that nature?
Well, prior to the pandemic, everything we did was face-to-face, actual human contact. And now we can't do that. We will be back in the office, assuming everybody's back on campus and ready to go. But for now, what would happen is, let's say, Daniel, you called and wanted to talk to a counselor, the receptionist would provide you with awesome information. They identify the counselor and the time, and then let's say it was with me. I'd give you a call and we'd chat for a half hour or so to see what your needs are. And if you're needing something beyond that, beyond just information, we would then schedule a time to meet, probably virtually, kind of like exactly in this same setting. And then we'd proceed as we always do, but it's just not in true in-person fashion. And the same is going to be true for our groups, like our therapy groups and stuff like that. You'll have individual meeting with whoever the counselor is that leads the group. And then when the time comes, it'll be kind of a Zoom meeting, a WebEx meeting, where everybody can see one another, and it's still the same group process. We're able right now to offer our workshops on like depression, anxiety, self-esteem. Right, we're offering those right now where it's in a virtual setting. So the big shift is that we're not doing anything in person, and that's going to be mostly true for the fall semester too, because we know that social distancing is going to be required on campus. So you're still going to make that same phone call, and it's still going to be virtual, but it's going to be like from your dorm room or from your apartment. Or whatever ways you can, get a little bit of a private space. There might be that rare occasion where it's a crisis or some other special circumstance where we would be able to see someone face to face, but that's going to be a pretty big rarity. and we would have to do that from a social distancing setting, or you would come into the office and we would set you up in one of our offices to still do the virtual contact. We just want to keep everybody safe and everybody healthy, so that we can have a great fall semester.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's great that CAPS is still definitely being active during this time, and then also abiding by those university guidelines for social distancing. I know that especially for first year students, I think utilizing like CAPS resources can be extremely beneficial. I do know that students who go to UNC Charlotte have, I believe, 12 free sessions that they can utilize. Is it 12?
Well, that 12 has always been kind of a recommendation, and we've been looking closely at that. Actually, the average number of individual sessions that someone gets is about 5. So we had this bigger offering, but the need, typically for folks in your age group, 5 or 6 sessions really kind of resolves what's going on for you. So we're kind of reworking some of our language. So I think it's important to kind of say what we do and do what we say. And since it's usually been about 5 or 6, what we're saying now is you can expect about 5 or 6 sessions. For folks needing more than that, that's where our group therapy options come in. You can be in group therapy from the moment you arrive on campus until you graduate. There's no session limits on any of that. And also we have some specialists on our staff who can help students get hooked up with therapists in the community. So let's say, Anna, you were needing something more intensive weekly or twice a week kind of sessions. We aren't able to provide that because we have so many people we serve, but we could find you the therapist that works best for you in the community for whatever your specialized need might be or your specific desires to be seen more frequently. Right now for individual counseling, we're able to offer folks typically a session every other week. So it's over about a 12-week time span.
Awesome. Well, those are all the questions we have for you today. We appreciate you being here to answer a few questions from our family members. Go Niners!
Go Niners!
Thanks for watching, and tune in next week to watch episode on financial aid.